My name's Tori Doran, and I'm a senior here at OU. I'm very overwhelmed in a good way of how many people are here, and I'm really proud to be standing in front of you all today to be talking as a sexual assault survivor. And I'm really proud to tell my story publicly like this for the first time. So thank you all for being here and supporting me in that way. On November 27th of 2015, my life changed forever, and I thought it was changing for the worse. I was an excited freshman at a big university who was still just so pumped to be accepted to a school with such a good reputation. But that one night in November, all of my excitement about college, meeting new people, deciding my major, being in a new city, all of my excitement for life in general, that was completely stolen from me, ripped out from underneath me. So a ton of my friends were visiting for this big game on Saturday. It was a Friday night, so we were just going out for a little while, nothing too crazy. It was so amazing seeing friends from high school who I hadn't seen in a couple months. I was feeling good, looking good, having a great time. After catching up for a while and having a few drinks in us at this point, my friends and I made our way to the bars. Sounds like a typical start of a night out, right? Now let's add a few more drinks, a crowd of way too many people, the darkness of the night, and a twisted, deviant rapist. That's all it took for a guy to change my life forever. I was raped that night, and he stole my excitement for life from me. He stole my pride, he stole my confidence, my innocence, my safety, my security, and my light. But rather than focusing on what this guy did to me, let me tell you about the people in my life who helped me take everything back and more. Saturday morning, my friends supported me and encouraged me to make that oh so difficult phone call to my parents to tell them what happened to me. My amazing oldest brother, who was just a short drive away from campus, embraced me in my dorm room while helping me file a police report. And that same brother is here today.
Woo! Woo!
The police and investigators made sure I was heard as they trusted and documented every word I told them. The nurses at the hospital made sure I was safe and protected while examining me. The survivor advocate who works for the hospital sat next to me, held my hand, and helped me see how strong I can become after all of this. The rest of my family drove a couple hours just so they could hug me with loving arms as fast as they could, and I needed those hugs more than you could ever imagine. Because I was truly afraid to be touched, terrified to be touched when I woke up that Saturday morning. I never wanted to be touched again, but my friends, family, my support system, they knew I needed their love then more than I ever had before. And thank God they did, because they helped me get from that broken, empty place to standing in front of you all as an empowered, determined, and passionate survivor today.
Woo!
But trust me, it wasn't easy. I was diagnosed with PTSD, and my anxiety and my depression got worse. I pushed some people away and shut myself out for a little while. But with the help of transferring to a new college, my second semester of my freshman year, the beloved Ohio University, with the help of an outrageously amazing support system, lots of therapy, and 3 years of time to heal, I have learned the most important lesson. I have learned to love myself enough to take what happened to me and turn it into something positive. And that is something that all survivors learn to do. We survivors don't need sympathy, we just need listeners. We don't need advice, we just need to be trusted. We don't need answers, we just need your love. And with your belief in us and your care, we won't call ourselves victims of sexual assault anymore. We will believe that we are survivors, and we live like true survivors every single day. Living as a true survivor has encouraged me to join a sorority where I found the biggest, most empowering support system I've ever had in my entire life, and they're all standing here in front of me today.
Woo!
Living as a true survivor has given me the confidence to take on leadership positions, and it's how I've met the beautiful board members of the Women's Panhellenic Association that I'm so proud to be a part of.
Woo!
Being a survivor has taught me to treat others with kindness and respect, because you never know what someone has been through. It has taught me to be careful with my words. Being a survivor has taught me to fully embrace the good times, because after experiencing something so dark, you realize how truly beautiful the good times are. Living as a survivor has empowered me to speak about what happened to me. Yesterday, USA Today published an article by the Cincinnati Enquirer where I shared my story publicly for the first time. And let me just say, I'm so thankful that the focus of that story had nothing to do with my rapist, and he's not making any headlines anywhere.
Woo!
And living as a survivor has empowered me to be here today sharing my story with you all, which leads me to the most valuable part of being a survivor, having the ability to move others and encourage change with the power of my story and the power of my perspective. We are all here because we are fed up, and we wish to see a day where all humans respect other humans' bodies, minds, and spirits. We want to see an end to sexual assault, we want sex to be consensual, and we want our community to be safe. You being here, supporting this cause, and listening to me as I stand so vulnerable in front of you means the world to us survivors. Just know you all are helping us eliminate rape culture on our college campus by being here. But the fight doesn't stop here. Please continue being activists. Intervene when you see something wrong. Be there for your friends who have their own stories. And if anything ever happens to you, please utilize the confidential advocacy services through the Survivor Advocacy Program here at OU.
Woo!
As receiving professional help and guidance was the best first step I took in my road to recovery. While I've decided to take a positive approach on sharing my story, I've done this to give other survivors hope and to show the rest of the world that we are a powerful force. We know how disturbing, violent, brutal, and life-changing sexual assault is, and that is why we work so hard to put an end to it. Let me end with just a couple words to my fellow survivors out there tonight. We believe you, and what happened to you was not your fault. We are fighting to end sexual assault at OU in honor of you and in honor of what you've been through. Don't be ashamed of what happened to you, and you are not alone. Utilize the people around you and let your light shine. Let's not only survive together, but let's thrive together. Thank you.
Woo!